All right, good morning. It's a Thursday morning, March
Morning.
6, 2025, and welcome to the Backdoor Play Podcast. Ako po si Eric Armin, kasama ko si Mark Kalumba. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, brother. Narinig niyo pa yung aso namin.
Oo nga. At tinitay natin si pareng Ryan Molina. Titingnan natin kung makakahabol siya. Coach, kumusta naman? Hindi tayo nakapag-episode last week, but kamusta ang paglalaro natin at ang basketball world mo dyan? Parang nakamute ka ata, Coach.
Ayun. Okay naman. Ito, workout ng konti. Ito, mukhang yung finals natin, mukhang may namumuro na sa PBA.
May namumuro, yun ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. No?
Oo.
Unang topic natin, pag-uusapan natin itong mainit na bakbakan ng semifinals dito sa PBA. So, sige, simulan na natin. Una muna nating pag-uusapan, Coach, is itong, hindi ko alam kung scripted to, bigay ba yung series, sabi nila, but Ginebra San Miguel versus Northport. So, nakaka-4 na games na nanalo kagabi ang Northport. I think by 4 points ata. But for the past 3 games, medyo tambakan. No? So, game 1, 150-93. Game 2, 119-106. And then game 3, 127-100. And yun nga, yesterday is nanalo ang Northport. Medyo close yung laban, no? But Arvin Tolentino nag-step up na naman. Coach, anong tingin mo dito sa series na to? Sa tingin mo ba bigay ito, scripted to? Paano ba? Kasi daming daming mga netizens na nagsasabi na medyo bigay daw to. Alam na daw kung ano yung mangyayari.
Di ko masabi. Kasi at the end of the day, sister team yan eh. Sino ba yung brand ang gusto na lang humarap sa bandang dulo? Most likely the SMC brand. So, hindi mo rin naman pwedeng i-discount na pagdating sa playoffs, ibang team ko ng ibang coaching staff ang nangyayari dyan. So, nagle-level up yan, and then nagsishorten ng rotation nila. And then remember, andyan na si Malonzo.
Yeah, and Jeremiah Gray.
Yes. So, they got complete at the right time.
Okay.
So, hindi mo rin masabi. Baka yung scouting ng Northport, although magkakaibigan naman yung mga yan, baka kinulang kasi biglang nagulat sila. Lalaki niyan Lalaki niyan eh. Pwede nga mag-shooting forward si Troy Rosario dyan.
Right. Actually, nakikita ko yung stats from game 1 to game 3. Parang puro si Kadim Jack na lang lagi. No? Then wala siyang local support. Ang sumusuporta na lang, I think, last game was either si Will Navarro or si Arvin Tolentino. And then last
Tigil
night...
daw si Tolentino. May naririnig akong...
Ito na naman tayo.
Parang hindi tumitira daw eh. Ewan ko, hindi ko alam. Saka nakita mo yung social media na depende daw sa utos ng taas.
Yun ang mainit na sinabi ni Homer Saison na depende daw sa utos ng taas. Di natin alam kung sino please sponsor. Di natin alam kung sino ang di ba? Kung sino ang nag-uutos talaga dyan. So,
di mo na masabi.
Ang hirap, no? And then, also, kasi first time kong manood kagabi, game 4, no? I think the latter part. Nakita ko yung Justin Brownlee, hindi gaano pumupuntos over the last 2 games. Last night, parang mabigat yung kanang paa. I'm not sure kung may tinatago na namang injury, sinasabi nila na.
It's possible.
Diba? Kasi,
Brownlee's like what? Brownlee's 37?
Yeah. And then for the entire year, last year, naglalaro siya Indonesia, Gilas, PBA, and then
yan? If we're expecting Brownlee to be the person to lead us to a berth in maybe the World Cup or the Olympics, I don't think it's gonna happen.
So. It's gotta be a younger player.
Next chapter, a younger player.
Right.
Parang he's running on second wind na eh.
Yeah, parang napipilitan na lang,
Oo. I think this guy deserves a break already. Maybe he deserves a break in maybe deviate from being a player to a skills coach.
Right.
Deserve naman niya eh.
Right.
37 na yan eh. And then playing 30 in PBA, mga 38 minutes a game, maybe even 40.
Right. And
on every game?
Naiwanan na siya ni Allen Durham kasi si Allen Durham nag-retire na.
Oh,
diba?
yeah.
Lagi
exactly.
Diba?
Pero, so na yan, na-maximize na ni Tim Cohn yan. He's gonna look for his next import, that's for sure.
Right. So I think in the series between Northport and Ginebra, I think we are in agreement na it's going to be Ginebra that's going to the finals. It's just a matter of when. Right?
It's just gonna be a matter of the next game.
Well, Ako, I want to think it differently, no? It could be a matter of, again, based on the script, and number 2, based on revenue. Kasi nakita natin kanina, may shinare sa inyo, di ba? Yung sa front.
Walang nanonood.
4,500 ang tickets dun sa floor.
I know, pero nakita mo, daming bakanteng upuan eh.
Oh, pero I think that was because yung first game, Rain or Shine and Talking Text. Yun ang pag-uusapan natin susunod.
Sige.
Okay, ito na tayo. Okay. Ito ang totoong series, no? Talk and Text in Rain or Shine. So,
yan, trench war yan.
Oo. And then, ang ganda ng laban kasi hindi tapon hindi tambakan, talagang
dikit. At saka war of the coaches yan. I mean, Biao and Chot Reyes.
Right.
Chess match yan, chess match.
Yeah. So, Coach, alam naman natin na leading ang Talk and Text 3-1. Ano? Kasi, I think Game 3, nanalo ang Rain or Shine. Kinapitalize na yung pagkaka-injure ni Jason Castro. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Ano yung impact ng pagkawala ng isang Jason Castro dito sa series na to, and then for the entire Talk and Text team?
Wala naman natirang pure point guard sa sa Talk and Text, like Brian Heruela. Si
Vosotros.
Well, no, reserve lang yata si Almond eh. Hindi yata, I don't think did they elevate him? Nag-warm up ba siya last game? Parang hindi ko napansin.
Sure. Parang hindi ko nakita rin sa box scores.
Hindi, matagal na siyang reserved from the start of this conference yata.
Right.
Si Nambata, I mean, he's the, di ba?
Yeah.
Siya yung primary point guard, backed up by R.R. Pogoy is
an off guard, right?
He's an off guard but he's playing a dual role.
Yeah.
Heruela yung primary backup. Malaking bagay pa rin kasi si Jason Castro. Wala pa rin silang nakukuhang kapalit nun eh. To the truest sense of the word.
Binigay kasi nila si Kid Montalvo eh.
Yun nga. Ang hindi ko maintindihan is matagal na nilang, ewan ko may humaharang dito Di ba forever nang nasa NLEX si Kiefer Ravena?
Before,
hindi
right?
Hindi nila mailipat-lipat ng Talk and Text yun eh.
Yes. Gustong-gusto ng kunin ng tatay niya noon.
Yun dapat ang successor ni Jason Castro. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari sa may humaharang dun eh.
Right.
I'm sure may humaharang dun na hindi kaya ni MVP.
Right. So do you, bago tayo pumunta dun sa conclusion natin kung sino yung pwedeng pumasok sa finals. The other piece, I think this was game 3, if I'm not mistaken. The Poy Eram and the Glenn Kubuntin issue, di ba?
Yeah.
Anong tingin mo dito? Is it really more on burst of emotions? And what will this do to the chemistry of the team?
Burst of emotion is one in reaction to a heated argument with an opponent.
Right.
Ano naman yan eh. So, kung naalala mo dati, ito nga, nagkasuntukan nun eh. Si inaawat ni Joey Loizaga si Distrito, magkampiyan. And naisip ni Distrito, ba't mo ko inaawat? Parang pinipigilan mo ako, nakasugod tuloy yung isang kapatid or whatever that is. If you can recall that. Heat of the moment. Pero at the end of the day, kiss and make up sila eh. Tingin ko it's the same situation here. Although, I wouldn't rule out the fact na si Poy Eram medyo hindi naman ganyan nung college yan.
Yes.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit nagbago yan eh.
Very emotional siya, no?
Hot-headed.
Yeah.
Hot-headed.
Right.
I don't know what happened to this kid. When he was in Ateneo, nagmamano yan eh.
Yes. And actually, Coach, ito, nakasalumuha ko ito ng personal, si Poy Eram, lalo na nung December, sa magabi. Ba itong tao personal, no? But pagdating sa court, parang Calvin Abueva, no? Nag-iiba
no, not even. Kasi hindi siya ganun sa Ateneo. Wala nga siyang technical dun. Yun nga sa Ateneo siya, di ba?
Something is...
Naalala mo yung maliit na kantin sa Moro Lorenzo? May kantin din sa ground floor. Pagpasok nun, dumilim yung paligid kasi ang laki eh. Pagpasok ka sa pintuan gano'n, dun yung dumilim yung restaurant eh. Sa Poy Eram pala, may dalang bag, laki.
Pero mabait sa personally, nasa labas ng court.
Exactly the point. So for him to be like this in the latter part of his career, hindi ko tuloy alam kung sa coaching staff ba yan or sa management, na pamper ba or hindi ko alam what happened to this kid. Pero sana he comes back to his roots kasi alam naman natin yung bata, he has talent and he has discipline.
Actually, isa siya sa mga matitinong big men, no, na nakuha pa to sa Gilas, I think 2 times or 3 times together with rock and roll.
Bugbog na rin yan. Bugbog na rin sa Gilas yan.
Sino nga ba to? Sa Meralco?
Almazan.
Almazan, yung combination nila, no? Twin Towers, maganda.
Yun yung mga time na halos ayaw pahiram ng San Miguel players nila, di ba?
Oo. Kasi si Poy Eram has the height, Tapos may tira to sa labas na medyo decent, diba? Sayang lang. So sana
sayang nga yung nag-abot ba sila ni Raba? Nag-abot ba sila ni Raba? Hindi
Parang hindi ko sure.
Raba hindi, tama. Hindi, rookie yata.
Si Rabe di ba?
Oo. Rookie yata si Eran. Right. Yung time ni Raba. Sayang yun, no?
Si Poy is hindi naman siya ganun ka main star before sa Ateneo, di ba? Talagang tagakuha lang to ng rebound and all.
I think
flourish siya sa PBA. Right?
He flourished on his last season sa Ateneo. Kasi siya na lang natitirang big man nung panahon na yun. Oo, siya na yun. Yeah. Yung first 4 years niya, isang taon yata doon, injured pa eh.
Correct.
Yung tatlong playing years niya as a Blue Eagle, okay lang, so-so. Sa last season siya doon nagamit.
Right.
Nagtataka ako bakit nag-evolve siya. He's good. He's skilled for a big man.
Yeah.
Pero hot-headed masyado.
Yun, So, actually, Coach, ito, sa ating mga viewers, medyo inaayos na lang natin kasi apart from us talking about coaching, mga past 2 episodes natin, pinag-usapan natin about mga coaches. Kayo naman, naghahanap tayo ng ibang mga resource persons tungkol dun sa ibang part ng coaching staff like itong mga physical therapists, no? Yung mga, meron na tayong tinatawag, Coach, na mga team psychologists, di ba?
Team doctor,
nutritionist yan. So,
sabi nga daw
ayos natin itong mga guests natin. Yes, Coach?
Yung San Miguel teams alone, players will kasama practice players, no? Yung practice players, regular players and practice players and the import aabot ng 20 or 21 players in practice. Ganun kadami. And then parang kasama physical therapists, assistant coaches, tsaka head coach and whatnot, 8.
Grabe.
8 yan.
Magkano kaya pasweldo dito sa mga buong team?
Wala pa yung mga, syempre yung ancillary support, yung mga towel boy, water boy, therapist. Parang isang contingent nga sa isang, nag-evolve na basketball.
Yes.
Yung contingent sa isang practice session, mga 30 mahigit
Grabe na.
Kasama pa referee. May referee kang babayaran dyan
Correct. Tapos may mga statistics pa, di ba? Statisticians and all. So,
yun yung article ni may article, in-interview dati si Uy Tengsu owner of Alaska.
Uy Tengsu. Okay.
Dinetail niya yun. Salaries will compose of 60% of the cost, and then the therapists, the assistant coaches, the food, ang laki daw ng gastos sa food. Magugulat ka rin, pati daw sa tape, yung sa ankle tape. Ang laki din daw ng gastos nila doon kasi everyday nakatape. Nakatape yan. Dinitali niya. Ang ganda nga ng article na yun And then he came out to kung gusto mo lang sumali sa PBA, and this was like before they disbanded, no? So probably like 4 or 5 years ago. If you just want to go and be participate and not compete, 80 million.
Wow.
80 million. Malaki na yon.
Oo.
Now, kung gusto mo maging competitive ang team mo, isipin mo na add it up, di ba? It might be double the price. Right?
Yeah. Grabe. Ang laki nito.
Alright. 80 million for a non-competing team.
So, imagine mo na lang yung cost ng mga therapy.
Mga competing team. Imagine that, di ba?
Oo. Okay.
That's why you're paying 4,500 sa ringside.
Sige, Coach. So, eto, balik tayo dito sa series ng Talk and Text and Rain or Shine. Anong chances ng Rain or Shine dito, knowing for a fact na one more win, pasok na ang Talk and Text sa finals?
Malabo na yan, brother. Ang hirap na ng odds mo dyan sa 3-1.
Okay.
So you can get lucky once, you steal a game, you become 3-2. If you get lucky again, you steal one more, 3-3. By then, yung law of averages mo nakapabor sa Talk and Text yan
Okay.
I mean, very hard. Siguro in a 100% scale, the probability mo to actually win 3 consecutive games, they have to win 3 consecutive games against Talk and Text. Very slim, baka less than 10% chance.
Right. Okay. Alright. Cool. Coach.
And remember, walang point guard ng Talk and Text. They can capitalize on that. Pero at the end of the day, malalim pa rin bench niyan
Tama. Okay, sige, titingnan natin kung ano yung mangyayari sa susunod na laro, kung papasok ba ang Talk and Text. Medyo nache-check nga lang si Adrian Nocum, no? And it's all about...
Galing yung batang yun.
Oo. Tsaka yung import nila, yun lang talagang gumagawa.
Si Nocum plays exactly like Clint Escamis, yung MVP sa NCAA.
Yung bigger version lang, di ba?
They're of the same height.
Okay.
Parang ganun ang laro.
Pero coach, itong si Nocum, are you able to compare him more on Vergel Meneses or Cyrus Gatti?
Malit lang si Nocum. Barely 6 feet.
6 feet.
Barely 6 feet.
But, I mean, yung style of play.
Ano siya so he's pesky, penetrator, may shooting. Parang ang kakaiba no? Parang ang hirap kumpara kasi tas yung katawan niya slender pa.
Yeah.
So parang he's unique in his own way Definitely not a key for Ravenna.
Right.
Definitely not. Ano siya, he's one of a kind. I should say he's one of a kind. Tsaka yung layup niya, yung buibitaw siya ng early release pero habang tumatalon. Floater yun Ibang ski, parang Francis Arnaiz nga yun
Grabe.
Kala yung floater ni Francis Arnaiz. Si Nocum, ano yan, deceptive yan kasi yung first step niya, pag ano pa lang doon, nakabitaw na yung bola
Right.
Mahuhuli yung kalaban habang tumatalon siya, nabitawan na yung bola, nahuhuli yung supalpal.
Oo. Yan. So, titingnan natin.
Ganun si Escamis.
Yan. So, more on...
Maybe you can compare him to a closer to a certain degree. Parang they play like he plays like Richie Rivero. Parang ganun.
On a more controlled level, no? Tsaka more finesse level.
Pareho silang flashy. Pareho silang may Euro step. They can drive, they can penetrate.
Pero more spin ito di ba? More spin move to Itong si Adrian Nocum.
Mas malaki si Rivero.
Okay. Alright. So, Coach, again, conclusion natin dito sa Talk and Text and Rain or Shine, you're seeing the Talk and Text is gonna push through to the finals.
They will. Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Sige, Coach, punta naman tayo dito sa pangatlong pag-uusapan natin ngayon. And medyo matunog din to over the past couple of days. Ito yung bagong team ng PBA, which is the Star Force Shipping Lines, no? And
that's the name of the company, no? That's the name of the company, right?
That is right. And ngayon lalaban sila sa MPBL Season 7. That's gonna start, I think, latter part of this month of March, no?
Yeah.
And binili nila or bibilihin nila kasi in principle nag-agree na sila, di ba? So bibilihin nila yung franchise ng Terra Firma. Maraming tao yung natuwa. Okay? Pero maraming tao yung are also anxious on what's going on kasi baka mamaya is may ka-partner din itong conglomerate. What are your thoughts about this? Maganda ba to para sa liga and what are we expecting with this new franchise?
So that's only the name of the company. We don't know what brand name they're gonna use.
Correct.
No? Do you know what the name of their shipping lines is?
Yun nga. Star Horse mismo.
Star Horse na rin talaga.
Yes. So, Star Horse is a... Sandali, titignan.
And you probably... you probably are wondering why I'm asking the question. I mean, number one, it's not a household name. We never heard about.
Yes.
You hardly hear about them. When you talk about shipping, Magsaysay Lines, Sulpicio Lines, Negros Navigation, all of those. To go,
To go.
Super Ferry, kung meron man. Anyway, ito hindi mo narinig So maybe two things that's driving it, and I think the ownership is part politician as well. So it's probably public mileage that they're looking for their government aspirations. That's number one. And then number two, they probably want their shipping line to be a brand name.
Could be.
Could be, oo. Pero parang Northport yan. Hindi mo naman kailangan i-brand ang Northport kasi nandyan na yan. Wala ang kalaban
Correct.
Sa port business, di ba?
Yeah, so itong
konti lang ang kalaban nila dito sa shipping lines. So I don't know really what's going on there.
Yeah. So
may kutob ako kay Eric na yan. They might get the board votes kasi walang brand competition.
Okay.
Di ba? Although
baka makipag-partner.
Magkakaroon ng kondisyon yan. Saan kayo bibili ng gas? Di ba? Okay, saan ka bibili ng gas? Petron. Sino may-ari ng Petron?
Gusto nyo bang ayusin natin yung communication lines ninyo? Nako, pwede yan.
mas malamang sa gasolina Tingin ko mas lamang sa gasolina kasi kung fleet of ships yan na nasa Shell, ay pasok kayo PBA, dito lang kayo sa amin, palitan nyo yung corporate partnership nyo.
Nako, coach, pag sinabi mong gas, dalawa kasi iniisip ko dyan. Isa nag-start sa letter P, Actually, pareho ng letter P. Di ba?
Haharangin ng ano. Petron yan. Petron yan.
Pwede rin Phoenix. Pwede rin Phoenix, di ba? Ayan.
Petron can give a bigger discount because they're bigger.
Bigger and local, right?
Exactly.
So ito na search ko, Starship Shipping Lines. This is being owned by an entrepreneur and politician Victor Reyes, no? And this is based on in Lucena in Quezon. Tapos ang sinuserve niya provinces of Marinduque, Masbate, Quezon, Romblon, Calabarzon, Bicol, Visayas, and Lima.
The Bicol region, okay.
Oo. Okay. So baka wala nga silang kakompetensya dito, which they would get the vote of the board, which is great. Now, Coach, ang question ko sa iyo as a PBA fan, is this good for the league? Is it good for...
If it's gonna...
Obviously, okay to sa mga players kasi okay to, di ba, bago, right? But we are not sure kung sino yung dadalhin nila. And if you're, let's say, a player from Terra Firma right now, how would you feel?
To answer the first question, it's gonna be good for the league if they will operate as a truly independent team. Now,
yes, I agree.
Now, kung they're just a team in disguise, na parang puppet lang ng isang conglomerate din, then it defeats the purpose.
Right.
If I were Terra Firma naman, and I don't know what's happening sa mga contracts nila, kasi when you enter into a sale agreement, you don't sell right away. So, may exit strategy ka dyan. So kung ako yung manager like si Bobby Rosales, hindi ako magpapapirma ng 3-year contract kung alam ko 2 years from now I will exit the league. So I have a strong feeling na yung timing ng pag-sale ng franchise eksaktong patapos na siguro kontrata ng mga player na to for the most part.
Could be.
For the bulk of it. Okay. Possible. Totally possible. Which means the new entity will either own expiring contracts, which siguro 6 or 8 players na lang matitira yan after the season. And then with nothing to build on. Pero, ang catch naman dyan is syempre yung kapag exiting yung mga players mo, wala ka masyadong assets, mas mababa ang stock price mo pag binili nila.
Correct.
So 50-50 din yan. Kung ako ang Terra Firma players and if I have a contract with Terra Firma, I won't worry about it. Kasi may continuity ako, i-absorb kontrata ko eh. Yung mga expiring ang problema dyan.
Baka hindi na sila ma-resign, ano?
They have to try out again on this team or other teams. Yun ang problema. Yun ang uncertainty doon, right?
Now, ang roster...
Although, one more thing. Expiring contracts, yung rights pa rin naman nun will get carried over to...
Terra Firma.
Not Terra Firma. Hindi siya bibilhin. Yung rights ng renewal will be inherited by Star Horse.
Right.
So, safe pa din. The problem is, hindi nila kilala yung yung may-ari na parating. So, expiring contract ka.
Kapaan
mo. It's not like expiring contract ka sa Terra Firma. Kilala ka ng coach, kilala ka ng manager. Kapag expiring contract ka and then na-absorb ng Star Horse, bagong coach, bagong manager, ay audition ka ulit.
Nako.
Di ba?
Okay. Alright. Sige, Coach, ito, tingnan natin yung roster ng Star Horse dito sa MPBL kasi medyo bigatin din, ano?
Puro ex-pro yan.
Oo. So, this is headed by head coach Mac Tan and assistant coaches Rich Alvarez, Chilito Caro, si Coach Caro, si Rob Labagala, former PBA player also, and then Carmelo Navarro. So, yung mga notable players lang dito ng Star Horse would be Arvin Santos, si Rabi Al-Husseini, Sherwin Concepcion, Jervy Cruz. PBA dito. Ito, naririnig ko madalas to, si Clint Duligez, sino pa ba? Si Ray Publico, Jeff Viernes, nandito sila.
So, veterano sa Panalay yung mga yan.
And marami din sa kanila ang homegrown talents. So, very exciting. But again, this is probably just for an MPBL stint. So, we don't know kung i-carry over nila ito sa PBA. Kasi considering yung sinabi mo, di ba? Kasi Terra Firma has players who has existing contracts, right? So, syempre, dapat
one thing for sure, ang secure lang yata sa Star Horse, Mark Nonoy.
Mark Nonoy.
Player nung may-ari yata dati.
Okay.
Siya lang secure dun. Maybe Hopia, Clifford Hopia.
May mga conspiracy theories dito kasi si Nine ng San Miguel, si Jericho Cruz, Motaw Tua for a 3-year contract. And balita that they are trying to rebuild. So, I'm not sure if they're gonna ship this to a shipping line. Diba? Kasi para maging continuous at maging competitive, and at the same time, they will be trading for a younger set of players. So we don't
know. If that happens, di parang walang pinagbago sa therapy.
Parang walang pinagbago. Doon tayo babagsak doon sa unang sinabi mo na kung ito ay hindi independent team, nagbago lang ng brand.
Pero you know what? Ang pinaka-intriguing dyan, andyan na si Gob Pineda sa Converge. Papasok tong si Victor Reyes. Ang nagsimula nang pumasok ng politics sa PBA, si Gob Alvarez ng Palawan dahil siya may-ari ng Colombian.
Siya din ba yung dating Air 21 or hindi?
Hindi, Bert Lina yun.
Bert Lina pala.
Bert Lina yan. Hindi siya, kapatid ni Joey Lina. O nga pala, meron din isa pang Lina sa politics, no? Tama. So, papasukin talaga sila.
Right.
Sikat yung pangalan nila eh.
Siyempre, yung camera laging nasa iyo, di ba?
Exactly.
Technical ka dyan. Hindi ba si Yeng Giao ang nagsimula niyan? Vice governor.
After fact na lang kasi nung sumikat na anak siya ng governor, pero nag-coach muna siya bago siya naging bago naging politiko, di ba?
Correct. Swift, no? Kung di ako nagkakamali.
Tama.
Yan. Okay, sige coach, iwan na natin ang PBA, papunta na tayo. Well, actually, pinag-uusapan naman natin ang MPBL. Ito yung medyo matunog at alam ko, nag-research ka dito. Abra Weavers. Okay, coach.
Grabe spending ng team na yan, ano?
Tsaka maganda yung court. Maganda yung home team.
Ganda yung court. David Defonso nandyan. No?
Correct. So coach, last year kasi, itong Abram, hindi sila pinalad. I think they have the lives.
Sorry, hindi ko pa nabanggit. Maganda rin uniforme nila. Yung kulay.
Tsaka nagustuhan ko kasi pag sa home court nila, yung logo ng Abra Weavers talaga nandun. Hindi yung nakikigamit sila ng college, di ba? Or ng municipal
personalized sa kanila.
Gymnasium. Kanila talaga eh. Kaya maganda. Hindi sila pinalad last year kasi yun yan, nandun lang sila Mactalio, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Nagpa-trade si Mactalio dyan eh.
Yung ibang mga prominent amateur players, no? Pero ngayon, coach, medyo malakas ang Abra. So, sino-sino ba yung mga naandyan? Paul Desiderio.
Andiyan na ba si Slaughter? Wala pa.
Wala. Pero andito yung base of yesterday, no, na nakita kong roster na si Paul Desiderio, Mark Yi, nako, ano na to, veterano.
Highest bidder din yan.
And then si CJ Austria, and dito rin si Jack Cruz Dumont. I think UE to, kung di ako nagkakamali.
May young and upcoming stars din sila. Yes.
And then yun yan, nabanggit mo kanina si Dave Ildefonso. And tatanungin kita mamaya dyan kay Dave Ildefonso. And then yung veteran na si Leo Nahorda, another veteran. Encho Serrano at si Yusef Taha. Gusto ko tong player na to, si Yusef Taha. It reminds me of a very young Jericho Dinera. And
ayun pala, si Nokum parang si Encho Serrano.
Okay.
Parang ano rin yan eh, parang tipaklong din yan, lakas tumalon yan eh.
And then they are being coached by Yong Garcia. Okay, coach, Dave Ildefonso, no? Kasi maglalaro siya sa Abra, naglaro siya sa SGA.
450,000 daw.
Oo, and then meron siyang Northport. Paano to, coach? May conflict ba to?
Well, his PBA rights lang PBA rights will remain with Northport no matter what he does. Wala siyang problema niya yun. It's gonna be a big problem.
Okay.
Kasi unless he signs a contract with Northport, hindi siya makakapasok sa PBA. Lock siya doon. Unless i-trade siya. I-trade yung rights niya.
Okay.
Which we know will never happen kasi may habit ang Northport mang-ipit ng player talaga. Which is really bad.
Or buong San Miguel.
Which is really bad. or San Miguel. Kasi ginawa na nila kay Slaughter yan eh, di ba?
Yes,
They lowballed the offer. To a point na parang, okay, may token contract ang offer kami dyan, hindi niya pinirmahan. So, ang right sa amin. So, naging ngayon? Naging parang border control ng Northport eh. Parang ganun na nangyari. So, ganun din nangyari kay Dave Ildefonso.
Right.
I'm happy for the kid na he got to play in SGA group, which is big money.
MPBL.
We know that.
Yep.
And then the MPBL, I hope he gets paid every month consistently.
Yep.
Because that's almost the equivalent of the PBA rookie max, no?
Yeah.
Pero I don't know about sustainability kasi at the end of the day, it's a politician who owns the team.
Correct.
If the politician wins, maybe he will play 1 or 2 seasons there.
Continually.
If the politician loses, we don't know what's gonna happen. Di ba?
Yep.
Although I think malamang nakalak na sa kanya yan, yung upuan na yan. Pero it's still owned by politics, not really, not necessarily a business. Siguro may konting business on the side kasi mostly all of the politicians are businessmen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Pero I don't know if it's gonna be a sustainable career for Dave in the MPBL for the long term.
Right.
Mahaba season na MPBL. It will carry him throughout this year.
Yeah.
What happens next, hindi natin alam.
And at the same time, mahaba yung season ng MPBL and nakakapagod kasi home and away, di ba? And then
exactly,
may out-of-town games and also. Yung iba nga, may nagsabi na mga ex-PBA players na naglaro sa MPBL is mahirap. Medyo mahirap kasi.
Mahirap, nagbabas sila eh.
Tsaka magkakasama ko sa isang malaking kwarto. So, hindi katulad ng PBA, pag out of town,
it's not the same.
Dalawa lang kayo sa kwarto, right? So, yun yung pinakamalaking adjustment na mangyayari dito. But, Coach, going back to Abra Weavers, no, specifically itong roster nila, ano ang chances na at least makapasok sila ng playoffs dito?
Playoff team yan. Maybe even up to the semis. Even up to the semis. Meron. Although, yung the most popular team, San Juan, might be a consistent entry there.
Nueva Ecija.
Pampanga will be there. Nueva Ecija will be there. So, siguro sa top 8, sure yan. Sure yan. Now, top 4, medyo, ano na yan kasi maraming teams na own ng politiko na matagal na sa MPBL na alam mo nag-i-stack din ng players eh.
Correct.
Diba?
I'm not sure kung yung Binyan Tatak Gel owned by a politician kasi nandun
sino ba may-ari niyan?
PBA motovlog di ba? Pingris, dyan sa kanila.
Sino ba may-ari niyan? Medyo nag-i-stack din sila ng player eh.
Sobra, no? And then they also got si Coach Boyet Fernandez. So
exactly. So how would they do that? I really don't know. Baka ang lakas lang online betting siguro talaga sa atin.
I don't know. Probably. Iniintay na lang nila na sumali doon si Mr. Longbang, pero tingnan natin. tingnan natin.
Magpapadraft daw yan eh, kung papayagan daw siya.
Kay Coach Cheng daw siya gusto niya pumunta. So, tingnan natin kung papala rin siya.
Pero alam mo yung original Longbang dyan, without the hype and everything else, si Henry Ong, naalala mo, USP.
Oo, Coach, kasi napapanood ko yan sa USP.
Kalahati ng court tumitira yun, parang.
Yung warm-up niya. So,
yun ang long bomb.
Pagkatapos kasi namin ng PE, pupunta kami dyan sa yung old UST Gymnasium sa Pinobal.
Luma.
Papanoorin namin. Ang warm-up niya, Coach, dun sa dalawang corner, half court, diba? Yung dalawang corner.
Doon bumabato?
Doon bumabato Pasok lahat So,
grabe yun.
Hindi kami na-so-surprise na ang lalay ng mga tira niya. So, yun ang tama ka. Yun ang Mr. Longbang talaga.
Speaking of Henry Ong, yung batch ng Mapua Red Robinson ang lakas. Andun si Gumatay. Ogie Gumatay, Henry Ong. Okay. Nag-abot din sila ni Marvin Ortiguera, 1 point, parang rookie si malakas yung parang kung hindi ako nagkakamali during that period in the mid-90s. Naka-4 na title ng Red Robins noon.
Yung high school team nila.
Yung high school team na yan.
Right.
Actually, yung John Bernales, nag-Mapua Red Robins din yan. Nag-MVP sa NCAA, pero parang second string lang siya sa Mapua Red Robins lineup na yun, pare. Mark Telan was there.
Talaga? Okay.
Yung Red Robins era ng 90s na yun, Mapua, lakas pare, Jerome Ejercito was there.
Yeah.
Ang lakas sa Mapua na nasa Pedro Hill pa yung campus nila ng high school. Hindi ko alam kung paano na nakukuha yung mga player na yun.
Magaling ang recruitment nila. And speaking of
yes.
Recruitment and NCAA, may bagong coach na he's sticking to the old school style. And I'm talking about Thriller Miller, si Willie Miller ng Letran. Old school, hindi siya nagre-recruit daw Talagang homegrown, tough love.
Try out? Okay.
Oo, ganun. So, maganda na. Ganun yung ini-instill niya.
Anong hawak niyang team?
Squares. Letran.
Tama lang mag-homegrown ka dun. Tama lang. Kasi yun naman ang kinagisnan niya sa Letran noon.
Kasi sabi niya, wala naman kaming pera para mag-recruit, tsaka ayoko na bumili ng
team. Hindi ako
naniniwala
dyan. Hawak sila ng SGA.
I don't know. SGA ba sila? Okay.
Matagal na, the first team that they sponsored na school, Letran. Kaya nga kahit dumating ang Petron, Letran, may SGA pa rin dun Kasi hindi sila binitawan ng SGA.
Yan.
Oo. So, siguro may konting pondo yun, baka kino-compare niya lang ang sarili niya sa, sa ibang bigger school programs. Pero meron yan.
Probably. Padihado, Pwede naman strategy yun, di ba? Padihado.
Pwede. Tama.
Okay. Alright, Coach, mukhang di na makakarating si Coach Ryan Molina.
Okay lang, maganda namang kwentuhan natin.
Masarap yung kwentuhan natin sa lahat po ng mga sumusubaybay, nagsusuporta sa amin, lalo na sa YouTube. Tumataas na po yung views namin. Maraming salamat po. Coach, baka may gusto kong batiin dyan.
Sila Jet, kumusta? Yung mga suki natin, sila Junie. Hope everyone's doing okay. Yung mga kasama ko dito sa company ko ngayon, Unify CX, formerly Glow Touch.
Yan.
I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yan. And maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga sumusubaybay sa atin, sa Facebook, sa Spotify, at sa YouTube. Hanggang next week po uli. Sana 3 na kami, kompleto na kami, and hopefully may special guest kami for next week. So, antabayan niyo yan. Alright,
okay.
Ako po si Coach Eric Armin, and kasama ko si Coach Mark Calumba, saying goodbye and see you again next week. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat.